So when I started in my business, I was at a point where I was about to sell my first batch of storage facilities that I made. I was coming home. Oh, this is the year. And I started looking at multi-million dollar homes on the water. My wife and I were excited. I said, this is it. This is it. Well, that year happened to be 2008. And in the middle of 2008, when I had all my stuff under contract, ready to go, I had built a a start of a tremendous business. I was about to hit a grand slam home run.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Podcast. I am your host, Q Edmonds, and I am excited to be here today. I have another fantastic guest that's been listening at this for 25 years. And so he's going to talk about self-storage. And he's been doing this long enough where he's kind of seen the transition, from self-storage to kind of been like this kind of forgot about thing. You pull up to with just the orange doors, like he was telling me. But now it's so much more sophisticated. It's its own asset class, and I cannot wait for him to tell you more about it. And so I'm excited to introduce you all to Big Mitch, Mr. Mitch Feldman. Mr. Mitch, how you doing today, sir?
Thank you, Q. Great to be here.
Absolutely, man. Great to have you here. And look, Mitch, I want to dive right in. I would love for you to tell the people what your main focus is these days. Give us a little bit of an origin story, man. We love the hero's journey. So walk us through how you got to doing what you do now. And then tell us what part of the world you in, man. We love to know where you are geographically. And so, Mitch, sir, you have the floor.
Well, I'm in fantastic sunny South Florida, and I've been living here my whole life. I'm a OG native, so it's love Miami. I started storage 25 years ago, but as we spoke about, we it's easy to look at someone today and say, look where they are today. But where we started in the industry and as a individual, this history of self storage, it was the ugly duckling of the industry of real estate. It was sort of a subcategory of industrial, and it emerged into these climate controlled storage facilities, and it really grew into a well known asset class. And I got into this when it wasn't sexy, and today there's a lot of money chasing it, and it's very sexy. So I started from humble origins.
Yeah, I love it. So what made you choose storage? I mean, there's a different other million other, well, not maybe not a million, but other asset class you could have got into, other real estate spaces you could have got into. So what was it about storage that stuck out to you?
As interesting as this will sound, it was a complete accident. I was young, dumb, broke. Fortunately, I had an education. I was an attorney, and a buddy of mine came walking into my office, an old friend from college, and he said, "Hey, you want to build self storage?" And I said, "Sure, let's go for it." We knew nothing about storage. We had no money. We had no experience, and we just went for it.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
Yeah.
So it was really just, I would love to say it was a stroke of genius, but the only smart part was knowing to say yes, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I love it. I love how, kind of by accident, but I have well, it's not my saying. I picked it up along the way. Luck is just when opportunity meets preparation, right? And so
Absolutely.
you was attorney, educated, so obviously you had already put some seeds in the ground to kind of make you who you are. Like you was already working towards success. It just so happens success turned out to be in storage, right?
Correct.
And so I have this saying where I say destiny has no wasted moments, right? Meaning no matter what we go through in life, it kind of makes us kind of who we are along the journey. And we take those things with us and it kind of makes us, it's like a mosaic, right? It makes us the beautiful picture that we see today of success. But I would
Absolutely.
love to know, the mosaic is just these fragment pieces that's put together. So what has destiny taught you along your journey about yourself? Like as you just unveil who you are, being successful in this, has destiny taught you discipline, motivation, consistency? Like what has it taught you about you along the journey?
There's a lot of aspects to that, and I agree with you 100%. The harder you work, the luckier you get, and you have to keep building yourself every day. And I think in work, in your home life, with your marriage, with your children, with your relationships, with community, everything requires effort. Nothing is given to you, and nothing is easy. And a lot of times people will focus on working hard, but they sacrifice their home life. You need to work just as hard every day when you come home and make your marriage work, raise your kids, participate in community life. So the mosaic is a big picture, and all those little pieces come with a lot of sweat and attention, which you have to feed it, or else your life is really just sitting on a couch and scrolling. That's the reality of it, and it's there's a grind of waking up every day, you bang your head on the wall, go to sleep, and then you come back and you do it the next day. And look, I'm a 58-year-old man. I'm doing this for a long time, and I still grind harder than 30-year-old guys in my office, and that's how it works.
Yeah. No, I just heard a study. I haven't dove into it, but I was listening to somebody talk about a study is that most people, their most successful year in life, not year, I guess, season in life is like in their 60s. And I think the second, I think, is in their 70s. And I think the third is in their 50s. So you're like right about to go into that most successful time of season if that study is correct, right? And I think it's because how you talked about is just the little grinds in every aspect of your life.
For
Because
sure.
just because you're successful in business because you're a successful person all around. Like you apply, I believe, and of course we're just meeting each other, but I believe when I recognize people that are successful is because they are successful in every aspect of their life. And so I talk about this book quite often, Atomic Habits. I'm not sure if you heard it right. So
Of
just being
course,
1%
of
better
course,
every
I've read
day. Right?
that.
Yeah, exactly, right? And I can tell because when I listen to you, I can tell like a person that's being successful for in his family life is carrying that success in every aspect of their life. And that's just my vision of what I'm seeing. Like I have a saying, when you know who you are, you know what to do. That means any situation in your life, any facet of your life, when you are grounded with who you are, which your why, you know what to do in every aspect of your life. And so it's no doubt, man, I can see why. I know you said the storage thing was an accident.
If you're looking for consistent, high quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
But it was like that moment, that opportunity met preparation. That's kind of how I see it. Does that
You
make
have to be
sense?
ready for it. You have to be ready for that moment when it comes, and then you got to take your shot. And, when you talk about your why, I have in my bathroom on my mirror, I have a piece of paper, and around the paper it has a picture of me and my wife. I have 4 beautiful kids around there on vacation in Switzerland and the mountains of Zermatt, and it's all on there. And I have why the things that are important to me, why I do them, what they mean, what I want to accomplish. And every once in a while, I'll change it and I'll scroll and add it. But I see it every morning right in my face, and that's my purpose and my why. If you don't have your why, you have no purpose.
Mitch, I love this. Like, because this is what I try to tell people. There are just key ingredients that we all have to put in the pot to be successful. The dish may look different. The dish, once it comes out, you may be in self-storage. You may be a single family home. You may just be in podcasting, but the dish, the ingredients are so similar. And
Correct.
so my wife and I, we have a saying when we say your presence is a present, like you being here, that's the present. And so I love how you got that frame on your mirror with your family. And so Mitch, I have to ask you this because we're painting a picture, right? We're showing people the journey to success, just not success itself. And so I have to ask you, have you faced any adversity? Like, and if you have, how does adversity look in your world? And how have you overcame it?
So when I started in my business, I was at a point where I was about to sell my first batch of storage facilities that I made. I was coming home. Oh, this is the year. And I started looking at multi-million-dollar homes on the water. And my wife and I were excited. I said, this is it. This is it. Well, that year happened to be 2008. And in the middle of 2008, when I had all my stuff under contract, ready to go, I had built a start of a tremendous business. I was about to hit a grand slam home run, and I get a call from one of my buyers, best buyer in the country. And he says, it was it was like June. And he says, Mitch, I need like another 45 days of due diligence. I'm like, yeah, no problem. You got it. He calls me back 45 days and he says, I'm out. I'm done. I'm like, what do you mean you're done? You're done with my contract? He goes, no, no, no. I'm done. Banks stopped funding my construction loans. Everything is finished. All the banks are choking up. You're going to see in about 2 months, the whole market's going to crash like you've never seen. I said, what are you talking about? They canceled my contracts. 2 months later, the market tanked. Smith Barney gone, bought by Barkley, the whole thing. And I lost everything. And I was in my house was in foreclosure. I had a second loan on my house. I had hundreds and hundreds of thousands of credit card bills. It was hard. I had no money. I was in debt. It was very, very difficult. And that's when you know what you're made of. You know who you're married to, and you know what type of strength that you could put forward together. And that's when you're tested. And so I was in a position that was beyond horrible. Um, I never filed bankruptcy. I actually went to an attorney and I said, listen, I know the whole game on the foreclosures where you keep them in the house as long as you can until they have to move. I said, no, no. I'm the one guy that we're going to reset my mortgage. I'm not filing bankruptcy, and we're going to get it taken care of. And I got through it. And I came back and I crawled my way back out of my hole and got to where I'm at today. So I do live in the multi-million-dollar house. I do live on the water. I do have a 50-foot yacht in the back of my house. And, so I got back to where I wanted to go.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
And I'm still like on a trajectory growing.
So I adore and love when a man starts talking about his marriage and his wife, saying know who you was married to. I mean, the two. So there's a saying. I keep dropping all these sayings, but these are literally sayings that I literally try to live by. Right? It's not always easy. It touches your humility, your integrity, but there's a saying: two are better than one, because if the other one falls, the other one's there to pick them up. And so I think just the two, just with marriage, the two walking together, there's stability there, right? You can lean on each other. You can go through adversity with each other. And so I love when a man talks about his marriage. And again, I love your through line of your why. Like, you know who you are. You say, I'm not filing bankruptcy. Let's reset this mortgage. And
Sure.
the trajectory still stays the trajectory. Like, look where you are right now. So
Oh,
again, it's proven you when you know who you are, you know what to do. And you're going to make sure you do that same thing no matter what the adverse time. You're going to stick to who you are, your center. And so, man, I absolutely love it. And Mitch, I have to ask you, I mean, you got the yacht, you're in a multi-million-dollar home, but what's the next goal for you, man? Like, what are you looking to solve and scale next?
so it goes to my why, and my why has my family on it. So everything I do now is for my family. It's always been. Even my goal was always to get married, have children, raise a nice family. I'm very family oriented. And so my oldest son is 26. When he graduated college, we went up there. His graduation was on a Thursday, back it's already like 5 years ago. And Friday we packed up his apartment, brought everything home. Saturday we hung out, just hung out, did nothing. Sunday we had a breakfast meeting. We sat down and I said, "What's your plan?" And he said, "I want to come work." And I said, "Look, you've been already in the interning in the office. You've already been interning on the construction sites." And I had him in steel toe boots with the orange shirt and the hard hat during his summers in high school. He knew how to sweat and carry the water to the roof. And he knew those guys work hard. And he said, he majored in real estate and finance in college. And he said, "I want to come work." Well, and we came up with a salary and a plan. And 8:30 in the morning, Monday morning, he was in the office. So that's my why. A daughter, she's now in her second year of law school, and she's loving real estate and corporate law. And I have two 21 and a 20-year-old finishing college. They're making in real estate and finance, and we'll see where that goes. But that's my why. So my goal is to keep building, keep growing, and one of my whys on my board and on my paper and my window and my mirror in my bathroom says, "Create a legacy for your family in terms of their security and finance, but also their involvement in the community, and create a real legacy of what they can accomplish, not just in business, but in society and helping others and being able to use your money and your connections and your value for good things, and just make a better place."
Mitch, I love it. I think this is probably one of my last questions I want to ask you, because I got to get your viewpoint on this. Because I've seen so often successful men will sacrifice their family in order to be successful. And it's not their intention. It's not their intention, but sometimes the family becomes an afterthought because they say chase success. And so I want to talk about the word relationship, because obviously, from what you're telling me, everything you're telling me, and I believe to be true, you have built a very successful relationship with your family. But I also know that there takes some certain level of relationship within business. So I want to get your perspective on relationship building in a holistic type of way when it comes to business, even when it comes to family. Like, I just want to get your perspective on relationship building, if you don't mind.
So I still have, and we talked about it together before, my first investor from 25 years ago, he was a mentor of mine, and he was a someone I respected. He's older than I am, and I used to go to him for advice, and he helped fund me at the beginning, and he took a chance. To this day, I still call him, I ask him for advice because the questions and the learning never stop. I still go for higher education. I just went through a program at a university, and, I keep going, and I still have a relationship with every seller that I had, every investor that I had, every attorney, every civil engineer, and you could do business fairly and honorably and still do good in business. You don't have to be a big tough guy and burn bridges and milk everyone for every piece. I pay brokers, I pay attorneys. I everyone is doing their job, and those relationships are important, and they come back to you. So the nicer you are to people, the nicer they are back. If you give, they give. If you take, they're going to take from you. It's all about the relationships are key, and it's not just business. It's family. It's like I keep saying, it's community, and it all comes back to you.
That word community, man, every time someone says that, it's just, it's an anchor of my soul. I believe that healing happens in community, common unity. And when you are in common unity with people, healing happens mentally, financially, physically, because you are around people in an ecosystem that wants you to be healthy, that wants
Absolutely.
you, I'm gonna say the word and y'all, some people may cringe, but holy. And when I say holy, I just mean set apart, right? Just of the optimal, like highest function of yourself. Like, and when you in the right community, all these things are working together for your good, you know? And so, Mitch, I'll pepper you with questions. I'm gonna say this. Is there a topic that I have not brought up that you want to talk about? Or is there any other words of inspiration, motivation, education that you want to leave? Like, is there just anything from the heart or just from business wise, anything that you want to leave? I would love to hear that before we close out.
I think everyone has, so like we said before, we're hyper focused on self storage development. So when you focus on your business or one thing and you do one thing really well, it doesn't matter what it is, you could be successful at it. I mean, I've met people that are the most successful potato chip makers in the country, or a guy who makes plastic bags for the potato chip. Okay, or a guy who's from India who, is the king of spices. There's a sardine guy. I mean, like, there's every business or everything you could think of, whether it's a podcast you could become successful on. Anything that you have passion about, that you focus on, and you have discipline with, you can be successful. So it's not that someone has to copy a self-storage developer or you have to copy, the potato chip guy. Whatever you like and whatever you want to focus on, just focus on it. And every day, take the atomic habits, move forward step by step, and it compounds. It compounds exponentially, and eventually you get to here, and it's much easier to get to here than to here. It just grows.
Sir, Mr. Mitch, man. First, let's do this. If someone wanted to reach out to you, connect with you, collaborate with you, learn more about what you're doing, how can they get in contact with you, sir?
Just come to my website, thefeldsmancompanies.com, all spelled out, and you could hit us up. Or my Instagram, Big Mitch Miami.
Yes, Big Mitch, Big Mitch. Sir, let me say three things to you. So, first, thank you for your time. I think you know time is our most precious commodity. We do things to get our time back. So you could have been anywhere in the world, but you was here today. So one, thank you for your time. Two, thank you for your story. What I like to say, the gift of your vulnerability, the gift of your transparency, and bringing that story, because stories impact us in so many different ways. And so, thank you for your story and bringing that to this platform. And lastly, thank you for your perspective. Thank you for your mindset and bringing that perspective to this platform. Mitch, I so greatly appreciate you being here today, sir.
Thank you, Q. It was a really a pleasure. I enjoyed it.
Absolutely. So listen, y'all heard Big Mitch. Y'all heard Mitch. Check the show notes. Check him out. Get in contact with him. Go to the website. I think it was the feldmancompanies.com, right?
Yep.
So definitely go to the website, connect with him. And listen, I love Mitch. He has done a phenomenal job of what so much value. Definitely check him out, but definitely make sure you are subscribed here because I keep telling you, we're going to bring up amazing people just like Mr. Mitch. So, sir, I say thank you again. And to everyone else, y'all have a fantastic day.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.